NASA will test a new laser communication system on an upcoming mission that's probably several times faster than your home internet link. The Lunar Laser Communications demonstration will be part of the agency's LADEE mission, which will orbit the moon and collect information on its atmosphere. It's scheduled to launch on September 6th.
We will be NASA's first high-rate, two-way laser communications demonstration riding along with LADEE to the moon. The next slide, please. So NASA has a need for faster download speeds for data from space, and it grows every day just like it does for the rest of us at home and also at work. We'd like to be able to send high-resolution images and movies in 3D even from satellites that not only orbit the Earth, but also from probes that'll go to the moon and beyond. So communicating with radio waves has served us well for the last 50 years, but we now have the technology to use light waves to communicate even more data.
Here's how the system will work. When the satellite is in orbit around the moon and visible from the Earth, one of 3 ground stations will shoot a laser towards its approximate location. The laser beam from Earth will scan a patch of sky and should illuminate the spacecraft at some point. When that happens, the spacecraft will begin transmitting its own laser towards the Earth, and the two will lock onto each other. Once that happens, communications can begin. The ground stations are at White Sands in New Mexico, at a NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory site in Wrightwood, California, and a European Space Agency site in Tenerife, Spain. NASA hopes for an Earth-to-space link at 20 megabits per second and a space-to-Earth link at 622 megabits per second, 6 times faster than today's radio-based system. The test will be the first in a series that, if successful, could see the technology adopted in future missions.
As you go further out into the solar system, it's a much more efficient way to get high bandwidth at low power. And so I'm very confident this will be a successful experiment. We'll see in a very short time. So I'm very excited to see and hear the results. And it could be as soon as, our Mars 2020 mission. We've already been having discussions about could you do laser comm on a rover on the surface of Mars, perhaps for a future Mars orbiting spacecraft versus all the way back to Earth or directly back to Earth. But I think this is just the beginning of what will be replacing some of the radio frequency comm in the future. I think there's no question that as we send humans further out into the solar system, certainly to Mars, that if we want to have high-def 3D video, we're going to have laser comm sending that information back.
Martin Williams, IDG News Service.